Bekasi or Indonesia. Today I want to explain WH question with verb and with be. Example, my name is Calista. People call me Calista. I am student. I go to school at High School. I am class 12. My major is social. I live at Taman, Kebalen. I am 17 years old. My hobby is traveling. These sentences we call statement with be and with verb. If the response is my name is Calista, the question is what is your name? If the response is people call me Calista, the question is how do people call you? If the response is I am student, the question is what do you do? If the response is I go to school at High School, the question is where do you go to school? If the response is I am class 12, the question is what class are you? If the response is I live at Taman, Kebalen, if the question is where do you live? If the response is I am 17 years old, if the question is how old are you? If the response is my hobby is singing, the question is what is your hobby? What is your name? How do people call you? What do you do? Where do you go to school? What class are you? What is your major? Where do you live? How old are you? What is your hobby? These sentences we call WH question with verb and with be. Second example, her name is Rere. She is student. She go to school at SMA 1 Babylon. She is class 12. Her major is social. She lives at Taman, Kebalen. She is 17 years old. Her hobby is singing. These sentences we call statement with be and with verb. If the response is her name is Rere, the question is what is her name? If the response is she is student, the question is what does she do? If the response is she goes to school at SMA 1 Babylon, the question is where does she go to school? If the question is if the response is she is class 12, the question is what class is she? If the response is her major is social, the question is what is her major? If the response is she lives at Taman, Kebalen, the question is where does she live? If the response is her hobby, she is 17 years old, the question is how old is she? If the response is her hobby is singing, the question is what is her hobby? Okay, I think that's all. Thanks for your watching. Bye. What is her name? What does she do? Where does she goes to school? Where does she goes to school? What class is she? What is her major? Where does she live? How old is she? What is her major? These sentences we call WH question with be and with verb. The third example, his name is Tono. He is a student. He goes to school at SMA 1 Babylon. He is class 12. His major is social. He lives at Taman, Kebalen. He is 17 years old. His hobby is traveling. These sentences we call statement with be and with verb. If the response is his name is Tono, the question is what is his name? If the response is he is a student, the question is what does he do? If the response is he goes to school at SMA 1 Babylon, where does he go to school? If the response is he is class 12, the question is what class is he? If the response is his major is social, the question is what is his major? If the response is his hobby is traveling, the question is what is his hobby? What is his name? What does he do? Where does he goes to school? What class is he? What is his major? Where does he live? How old is he? What is his hobby? These sentences we call WH question with verb and with be. Okay, I think that's all. Thanks for your watching. Bye.